Graeme Souness was talking on Talksport and he was talking about the gap between Rangers and Celtic. Welcome back to Fog Football. Have we heard this one before? I remember making this exact fed at the end of last season. I don't even know what he's actually had to say. Has he changed his mind? He said there wasn't much in it last season because all the games ended with only a goal deficit. Well, as we flash forward to the 2024-25 season, have things changed? Well, Big Stevie here on Fog Football is going to tell you all about the changes and if there's been any, if any. So let's see. Graeme Souness mystified at Philip Clement's new Rangers deal as he spots something missing from Ibrox. So not only is he talking about the gap, he's also talking about the fact that there's a lot going on here. Alright? And he says, my concern, and this isn't me touting for a job, trust me, that ship has sailed. I worry about where the football knowledge of the board is. I'd say to their face if they were sitting here. I was part of the recruitment process for the new manager. I met the people who are running the football club. I just felt who to ask a question. I think Clement is a good manager and given the right support he will do well. I'm hoping they listen to the manager because I didn't meet anyone with any history in the professional game. John Greig is there, but he doesn't have any sway and wouldn't want any sway. He's an old boy now and he's still very much got his marbles, but I don't think he'd be involved in that. I don't see who they are leading on for football knowledge. James Bisgrove put a lot of faith in Michael Beale and the ones they bought didn't work out. Common sense tells me there's not a lot in it. If Celtic get 30 million for O'Reilly and spend it wisely, then that gap would get bigger. I'm disappointed we haven't strengthened also a large amount of our games we played at Hampden, although that's not such a big deal. We're used to playing there. End of quote. I mean, yeah, we're used to playing there soonest, but at the end of the day, Sidon, I mean, the record at Hampden's not been particularly great. You know, I think well, more than enough to admit that. I mean, doesn't really work that, Eric, does it? But he went on to say, I won't concede anything at this time. I think it's very much game on. I said this time last year I didn't feel there was a million miles between the teams. I still feel that. The discussion last season was about the gap. I don't think there's such a big gap. Rangers go to Parkhead and get something. It's football. Football is mad. When you think you've got no chance in the game, someone pulls something out very special. Yes, Celtic will start as favourites, but it wouldn't be the first time a Rangers team not fancied went to Celtic and won. The minute you try and attach logic to football, you'll become unstuck. I'm still hoping we can get a couple of players in that will make a difference because I don't believe the jump between the two is so big. I'm slightly mystified Clement has signed a new deal. Before you do that, I'd like guarantees that you're going to get some players in. And the quote there for Souness. I mean, I agree. It's not only that, like, but you know, I think he needs to earn it first, like. But anyway, some people think he's earned it. Some people have been in the comments saying he's an elite manager. Is Philip Clement an elite manager? Leave that in the comments down below. But Souness went on to say, there's a lot of Souness here. I like what he did last year, and if he's given it any help, it would not be impossible for Rangers to win the league. Obviously, Celtic are favourites and made a good start, but Kelly lost the game, so that wasn't the hardest start for them. Whereas Tynecastle's a hard place for any team to go. I don't see it as Celtic are getting further and further away, even if they get, say, 25 million for O'Reilly. It's how they spend it. There's no guarantee you'll improve your squad. Of course, you'd much rather have it than not, but it's how you spend it. End of quote. Right, so hold on. Right? He's talking about, yeah, they beat Kelly, but Kelly lost again. Kelly losing to St Johnson's a freak result. That's a good Kelly team, alright? They've picked up 2 draws in Europe against pretty decent opposition. You know, beating Kelly 4-0 at home is a good result for Celtic. I mean, winning's the key thing, but it's a great result beating Kelly. I mean, they're the 4th best team in the league for last season, and I do think they'll be there or thereabouts this season. So, I don't really like Souness belittling other teams in the league. Like, he's pretending that Tynecastle's like, oh, it's always a hard place for any team to go, but at the same time, he's like, well, Kelly are shite. Look at Hearts this season. Could you not argue, well, why didn't Rangers beat Hearts at Tynecastle? Because they lost to Dundee. If he's using that same logic with Kelly, with St Johnson, that victory, you may as well apply it to Hearts. Swings and roundabouts and at the end of the day, but yeah, is what it is. Leave your thoughts down below here. As for Souness, he does come out and say things that you agree with, and then it's like that thing at the end there, the Kilmarnock comment. It's like, yeah, they lost to St Johnson, Souness, reel it in. Shock result, but Kelly are still a good team, and it doesn't take away what Celtic beating Kelly was a decent result. You know, most people, I mean, we all expected Celtic to beat Kelly, but I thought it would have been a tough enough game at the end of the day. But yeah, I think Souness reel it in a bit, but I like the fact he's not conceding the league. Even though as much as I conceded the league, and you know, we've seen McCoy's concede the league, I don't know when that vid's going to get uploaded, but it will at some time. Like, we've seen Boyd concede the league. At least Souness ain't, but what's his reasoning for not? doesn't really seem to be much method to the madness there. But yeah, come on Rangers, step up to task.